Hey everyone, it's Flaxative,
And CT5.
and we're here to bring you the winning item of the 5th Aloyzo's Arsenal contest, and to talk a little bit about some other submissions as well. Um, it's a little awkward because we already announced the winner, but still leaving that for the end of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about items that I liked.
Cool.
But before we get into items, I wanted to say something about ice bolts.
Yeah, ice
Yeah.
bolts.
So there were a bunch of items with ice bolts on them, and I guess I wouldn't say that ice bolts is an auto disqualification, but the fact that it made it in a previous round as a monster card under a specific exception does not make it a player card. It doesn't really belong on staves or arcane skills or arcane items or any of those slots. It's not slotted for them, and we also don't want to necessarily introduce a lot of new items with a card that hasn't been tested thoroughly in like competitive play and multiplayer. So I was a bit hesitant about putting items with ice bolts in this round, and basically I looked at your items and I asked myself, why is this ice bolts? Is it ice bolts because something about the item design needs it to be ice bolts?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it fulfilling some kind of flavor reason? Is it like the perfect card for the feel of the item, the range of the
Right.
item, whatever? Like, is it the right card, or could it be a frost jolt? Could it be something else? Or is it an ice bolts just because you wanted a gold quality encumber card to
Powerful.
to fill out your item level? So at the end of the day, I didn't see any ice bolts items that I thought sort of passed that bar. It seemed to me like most, if not all, of the items that had ice bolts on them had ice bolts just because ice bolts is a cool card that players haven't gotten to play much with. And that's a reasonable decision. I'm not saying that like you all screwed up, but just like as a note going forward, it's really risky to put in a card that's gotten so little testing when the rules aren't explicitly calling for it. So that's that about ice bolts.
Makes sense.
Yeah, let's move on to the first item that we're going to talk about.
But it's 2 damage. Of course it belongs on an arcane item.
Less than 2, actually, is John's rule. Less than 2.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, like flame spit.
Clearly, yeah.
Anyway,
Ember burst. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So lucky dice, I noticed you again. This is it's a really funny staff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a huge flavor win, possibly one of the better ones in the contest this month.
For sure.
The cards reflect the name of the item. It's a little on the goofy side, even for Card Hunter, maybe.
Yeah.
But I really like it. It also seems like it could be a bit on the strong side. It's a tokenless staff.
But barge, parry, etc.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would take this over Trembling Staff if I just wanted
Oh, for
cycling on a
sure.
staff, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it's a tokenless Encumber Staff, which I think we don't have right now.
Oh, yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Really nice job, Wookie Dice. As all you viewers are gonna see as we go deeper into this video, a staff did not win. So you, I guess, already know because it's in the game.
But for those who didn't know, I mean, like, a lot of staves
Yeah.
have won previously.
Yeah, well, so there's a few factors. One, a lot of stabs have won previously. 2, part of the challenge here was designing a fresh item with an encumber attack on it, those cold themed.
Okay.
Most of the encumber attacks and most of the cold themed items are stabs in the game. So, putting Frost Jolt on a staff isn't really innovative.
Yeah.
But within the bounds of the innovation that you can do, there were a lot of cool staves and some cool non-staff one, but this is a cool item, and I think we're gonna go on to the next staff,
Okay.
which is Flash Freeze.
Hey.
I wanted to call this one out because it feels like very Card Hunter. Like the name, the item design, the relation between the cards and the name, it fits well with how a lot of legendaries are designed in the game already.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
It's got that like searing pain item divide. It's it's a really cool item, Jester's Cap. So grats on submitting a cool design.
Yeah, like everything fits well.
Yep.
It feels good.
Yeah,
it feels good.
It would be the best freeze itemization.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. And I mean, range 8, you could really sit back, right?
Yeah.
So that's an awesome staff.
Hey, I made that.
You want to say some things about your staff?
So water plus cold equals ice cubes. That's the item.
Yep.
That's the item.
It's pretty sweet.
Thanks.
I really like the ice cube joke because it's just in the art on Icy Block.
That was very convenient.
There were a couple stabs submitted with Icy Block. Icy Block is not on stabs right now. There's no real reason that it shouldn't be on stabs.
That's what I thought.
It's somewhat unexplored territory, but it's a reasonable weapon, if you want to make people chase down an epic level 18 staff that is really bad.
What do you mean it's bad? It is Flash Flood.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Frost Jolt. They're both 8 range. Note, Frost Jolt also very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And then Icy Block.
Mm-hmm.
It's the new subtle parry of psychological, mind-blowing, oh my god.
Well, when you lose to it, you feel bad.
Exactly.
But when you lose with it, you feel bad.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I thought that...
I mean, people play subtle parry, but okay, it's subtle parry.
Subtle parry is 3+.
When it was weak block, when it was weak parry,
card.
when it was weak parry,
Yeah.
it was just worse than what it is now.
That's true.
Right? It was just so embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, if you like embarrassing people, I guess run Icy Block, and Duck and all those cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this was it's a good name. It's a good pun. I like it a lot. So good job, CT5.
Yay.
So we're moving out of stabs now, not because there were no other good stabs and you all suck. There were a lot of good stabs. Those 3 stood out to me. Jester's Cap for the design, CT5s, and Lucky Dice's for the humor and the execution. But now we're in the short list of non-stabs.
Cool.
And what do you think of Winter Travel Gear?
I like it. It was really nice. I think the thick hide armor was a really nice touch.
Yeah.
Because, cold, and this is meant to keep you warm, and the hover so you don't deal with the snow stuff.
Yeah.
And you got some cone of cold for the winterness.
Yeah, maybe it's like your wake as you
that's cute.
Hover around over the snow.
Oh, that's cute.
Shoots snow out behind you.
That's cute.
I thought the thick hide armor was great. I mean, even the art evokes the item,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Which is really cool. And those boots look pretty warm too.
They're just boots.
Boots are warm.
They're just boots. No, they aren't. Not all of them are.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Anyway, this was a really cool item. There were a few other robes in similar veins. Putting a cone of cold on a robe was an idea that a few people had, and it's a cool idea that I like. I thought this was the best execution among the robes that got submitted, so really good job, Rondell.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this was awesome. Portable igloo,
yeah.
The illusory bear, it's blue bricks
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then you're making more snow. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you like rotated the cone of cold art and then put it on top of the illusory barrier,
Yeah,
you get an
there's
igloo.
your exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was really cool. I like there was also another submission that played with this that had like smoke bomb and cone of cold in it. I like when you combine like the terrain cards with the cones that go through them. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. I think it's a cute name. I don't know what I wasn't sure about like the power level for like a level 19 legendary. You know, people sometimes complain when we put in like a bad legendary. Is this a bad legendary or
That's hard to say.
yeah?
Um
Because you're spending a major token to upgrade your force cannon to an illusory barrier.
yeah.
An illusory barrier is usually a better card than force cannon, but it's also more situational.
Yeah. And Force Cannon just kills dwarves.
Yep.
Just got wrecked by one. Anyways.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
It feels good. It makes sense.
Yeah,
like you can see it.
Yeah, I feel like it would be an option. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, good job, Baylor.
Yeah, well done.
Let's move on to the winner. Yeah, here we go.
Awesome.
This is Obernoob's Traveler from the North.
Congratulations, Overnoob. That's a neat item design. Icon design, I mean.
Yeah, so similar to Infected, I'm using old skill icons from before we adopted the new skill.
Whoa.
We've got a lot of these little like tidbits locked away, but
Are you going to see them in this AI thing? Whatever it is?
Are you going to see them in AI? Unlikely.
Okay.
Yeah, Obernoob was happy with the item image, so you know.
Cool.
I'm alright.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay, now hang on, Flax.
Yeah.
We look at this thing, right?
Yeah.
You said before you don't like the whole trait cycling thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's two of them here.
Yeah.
And then there's like a free.
It's a skill item.
That's still, but like one trait, right? Or something. I don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to say that.
All right, you got me. But like, okay, just to clarify for any viewers, the not wanting to have more than one cycling card on a 3-card item doesn't apply to skill items. Skill items can easily have 2. Sometimes 3 with Electroport and Novice or like the focused ones, right? You should have to pay a token for it. I think that this is a fine amount of cycling for a major token on an arcane skill. And John agreed, you know, he gave this item his blessing, so.
Alright.
Yeah. Any other objections?
Not
enough ice cubes?
Not enough ice cubes. Yeah, you got me. I don't have much more to say. I kind of want this.
Yeah,
I kind of excited to play.
Yeah, actually, I guess I
then again,
have one because I always test giving it to myself.
Wow, dev cheats. Actually, like if I wanted to spend a yellow token on the arcane skill, I might still just want the
Spark.
Oh, Spark, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a very nice option. Again, 8 range is nothing to sneeze at.
I mean,
freeze hurts.
There are decks where Dimensional Traveler is better than Spark Generator.
Yes.
And Freeze has higher range, lower damage. Interesting.
Not too much lower.
It's 2 less, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. No, yeah, this will be nice.
Like, you know, people complain on the forums all the time. There's no cold skills. You know, and this isn't really a cold skill because there's no cold traits yet. It doesn't have a cold trait, but it lets you get a cold attack from your arcane skill. I think that's awesome. The name is evocative.
Very much so, yeah.
And I just think it's a really sweet design. I think there were not a lot of arcane skills submitted. I think one had ice bolts. It was like a similar design with ice bolts. Anyway, I just think this is really sweet. I definitely think that it's balanced. I think it's not on the strong side, but I look forward to people playing it. It's the best itemization for freeze right now, I think.
For sure.
Yeah, so if you want a freeze in your deck, consider becoming a Traveler from the North.
It's a book with all the secrets.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Maybe it's like got the history of the Traveler from the North, right? Like, or his like diary.
It's cold.
It's
where I'm
cold.
from.
Yeah.
It's less cold here.
Yeah. I'm gonna freeze some orcs now. Alright, well, that is all we got for this video. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to Obernoob.
Congratulations, Obernoob.
Like, huge congrats to Obernoob. And sorry again for the delay in getting this out there.
It just means you're working on other stuff, right?
Yeah, actually.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I was working on other stuff, and you were sick. It also means you were sick.
Yeah. We had time to do it before I got sick. Anyways.
But yeah, I hadn't checked with John yet at that point.
Right! Yeah. That happened.
Yeah. John confirmed the winner right after you got sick.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to try to get the new contest up soon, and it will go a little bit into January. I'm not going to end it at the end of the month, so I know I'm not giving you guys as much time as I have in the last couple months because I'm starting
super late,
like a week later. But it'll be up at least a week into January, and it should be an interesting and very hard challenge. So,
whoa!
Yeah, look forward to that.
Get ready. Thanks for submitting, everyone.
Yeah, thanks
as always.
for all the submissions. There were a lot of really good ones, a lot of funny ones. You know, just because I called out 2 funny ones doesn't mean there weren't more. There were
there were a lot of good ones.
And honestly, like, if you cut out the Icy Bolts items, and I think the one Divine item that had Blizzard Breath, then, like, basically all the submissions were, you know, at least okay. So, good job, guys. Really good job. And catch you next time.
Looking forward to the next one.
Yep. All right.
Until then.
Yep. Take care, everyone.
Bye.